Hello, dear Pisces. Welcome to Jessica's Intuition. Welcome to your March reading 2025. Just a little info. I cut my finger here and it's really quite inconvenient. I can't shuffle otherwise. That's why I need a band-aid here, just to keep it protected. It's not bleeding anymore or anything. It's just for protection, so it doesn't hurt here. Otherwise, I can't shuffle the cards. As I said, nothing serious. Pisces. I'm doing your reading very late in the evening on February 19th. It will come out on the night of the 19th to the 20th. Come out, so rather on the 20th, but it's late at night. Do you have your reading available? Let's get started right away. In March, we have a total of 4 portal days. Right at the beginning of March, once on Monday the 3rd. March, and Wednesday the 5th. Mars. Then we have 2 consecutive ones at the end. That's Monday, the 24th. Mar. And Tuesday the 25th, March. By the way, my birthday is on the 25th, March. We have Friday the 14th, Mar. We have a full moon in Virgo at 6 a.m. By the way, that's also the lunar eclipse. It starts on the 13th of March. But then on the 14th, in March, we have the lunar eclipse. On Saturday the 29th, in March, we have a new moon in Virgo at 11:58 a.m. That's at noon. And that's when we have the solar eclipse, my dear. Yes, that's it for now. And yes, then we have on Thursday the 20th. Mare, we have the spring equinox and the official start of spring at 10:01 a.m. Then the sun moves into Aries and that marks the official start of spring. That means the days are slowly getting longer again and the nights are getting shorter. By the way, on that day, day and night are of equal length. I'm looking forward to it. You can actually notice it a bit already. Well, I can already tell that the days are getting longer. And I was surprised today that it was actually almost 7 p.m. So almost 7 p.m. and I thought to myself, yeah, that's awesome. Let's look forward to it. Let's see what March has in store for you. Always remember that the roles in a reading can be reversed. Time is always relative, time flows. And this is always about collective readings, general readings. It can also be that not everything will resonate with you. And this reading here, yes, and all the important information, all the important links, including the cards I used, you can always find down in the info box. And everything I'm currently offering you can find on my website. So, let's take a look. What wants to come to you in March? The Judgment, the wake-up call. The Judgment. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Wands. And I just mentioned that with Aquarius. Both the card and the card have come up very often in the readings. Indeed. You are now the last sign that I'm doing for the March readings. The High Priestess hasn't shown up that often in between. By the way, this is also your energy, your card in tarot. But it has shown up a few times. This is about a wake-up call. The Judgment is calling you to make a change in your life. It's time for a renewal, for a revival. Change and renewal, I want to say in one word, for a revival. Here is a big change. For some, it might also be about looking in a different direction, going a different way. The Judgment is always calling you to make a change in your life, transformation. The old life can now be replaced. You can basically detach yourself from your old life, step into a new life, into a new phase of life. Let's take a look further. 8 of Swords and the Hanged Man. The devil has shown up in almost every reading. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers then. I don't see him that often, but I've seen him a few times. All of that where you notice you're trapped somewhere. In old beliefs, in old structures, in old thought patterns. Try to change something here. Looking at things from a different perspective. That's really, for me, it's like this. I'll give another example. If not with me, another example. Sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. I say that too. Very, very often here. And then you are like, I don't want to say stubborn, but then you are like that. I always say it's short-sighted thinking. You don't think beyond that. You only see things from this one perspective, not from there, from here, from above, or from below. And here it's about maybe seeing things from a different perspective. But this also perhaps speaks to the things to see from someone else's perspective. So now the question is, when you look at yourself here, do you really see yourself, or do you see someone else when you look in the mirror? An example, are you really you? Can you look in the mirror and say, hey, you are exactly as you are. You are good, you are perfect. Well, perfect doesn't exist anyway. That's a wrong word, but everything is going well. Tip top? No. In very rare cases, do you say, hey, everything is really going well right now. And I can well imagine here for some people as well, and that it's about looking at things from a different perspective and then also letting go of old things. Letting go of old things. For some people, this could actually be the life-changing decision that is being made right now. I'm not really sure if both of them fell out, but I think so. I'm definitely leaving them here now. I'm not really sure right now. I think both of them fell out. And below deck, as I said, the Lovers, life-changing decision. Choose what you love. Maybe also for the person or those you love, whoever that may be. You know what I mean? Choose what you love. That can be a person. That can be a thing. That can be a path. Whatever you see here. My dears. 6 of coins, 2 of cups, 9 of cups. And under the deck, we have the 7 of wands. It has also shown up very often. And in this deck, I just find it represented amazingly. Let's start with the 6 of payday that I see here in this deck. Normally, in a classic deck, it's like this. It's not in balance, it's not equal. One person gets what the other doesn't. And there's no give and take in harmony. It's about balancing injustices and fairness so that everyone gets their share. That's payday. It's your turn now to receive something. I don't want to say what you deserve, because you first have to embrace the change so that something can come to you that you deserve in that regard. And I have the feeling that there is definitely something waiting for you, something that wants to come your way. The decision is still up to you. Of course, you also have to make the decision accordingly. And with the 2 of cups, it's also about, I wanted to say connections. It can also be connections, interpersonal connections, interpersonal relationships. Not everything has to be focused on love. I'm also doing love readings this month, but I want to keep it very general. Nevertheless, it can also mean love. You want to know, what did I just say? I don't know anymore. It's about connections on equal footing. That you meet here on equal footing, that you don't think, hey, I'm above you, you're below me. Or the other way around, that someone puts you down. That shouldn't happen here anymore. Such things should come out like this. Care contacts, exactly, I said contact. Care contacts where you notice, hey, there's a connection on a soul level, if you will. Because the kettle can also represent a soul level. You don't always have to be in a partnership for the soul. I already gave my statement on that. By the way, there will be another video coming out in the next few days. I actually wanted to do it 2 days ago, but then I thought to myself, I want to wait a little longer. But I already have an impulse, something wants to come out. So me and my soul process, something definitely wants to come out, maybe by the weekend, maybe next week. Definitely something will come before the end of the month. In that regard, as I said, this is about connections on a soul level. Connections, whatever they may be, interpersonal relationships where you meet each other as equals, where you don't put the other person down in any way, or whatever it may be. These are very, very special connections that you are allowed to nurture now. And with the 9 of Cups, I have something here for one or another. Also, the feeling that you will be satisfied by the end of the month, looking back, you will be content. Maybe one or another will also move towards their wish fulfillment. Or working towards the wish fulfillment that it will lead you there. The 9 of Cups. No. The 90 and the 7 of Wands tells me here, you too will find ways where there is no way. You will still find a way to continue on for you. When the journey is over, everything is over. Remember, the journey is the goal, not just reaching the destination. You have to walk the path first. You can't reach the destination if you don't walk the path. And I have the feeling that normally the 7 of Wands is always about standing your ground and so on. You will simply take a different path. You will take a different path. Now, okay, let's leave it at that. I also find it very great spread. I can't say it any other way. Just like with Aquarius, I would always advise you to take a look at the other spreads as well. Maybe there's something waiting for one or another. What? Yes, I don't want to give anything away, but maybe there's something waiting for one or another. As I said, feel free to check out the other spreads as well. Regardless of whether this is your sign or not. Okay. I will now lay out another row of cards for you in the continuation. Then let's see what is coming your way. We're drawing a power animal for you. Which power animal will accompany you in March? Then we'll also draw soul messages for you. We're drawing angel messages. This can be advice for you. Or also, answers. And finally, we'll also draw love messages here, down in the info box and also in the top comment. I'm looking forward to welcoming you there shortly. And to everyone else, I wish you a wonderful March. All the best and see you at the next reading.